transmission. Yeehaw. I need to check my live stuff. I have my chat with you. Oh, should I open your chat as well? Probably for the best. I love how much this kills my computer.
I don't think I want the Facebook stream on.
Nah, I deleted mine before and straight uploaded it to YouTube instead. Because my mum has my Facebook. I'm like,
How did she get that?
Huh?
How did she get it?
Because I fucking shared it, didn't I? Like a right idiot.
Your mum?
Yeah. So my mum is my friend on Facebook, and I shared it to my own Facebook. So big mistake.
Well, I shared it on Facebook, but I only shared it to like 10 friends. So I don't know.
Oh no. I made the mistake of actually sharing the video.
I shared it to Izzy now. She didn't even follow me. She followed you. I just said that.
Hey chap, I've taken my Be Right Back sign off. I'm also a little bit laggy. It's I don't know, something's different. Maybe I'm using too much storage space. Huh? Do. Okay, I have your stream open so I can read your chat.
I believe it on Facebook, so it's just going to be on YouTube. Alright guys, looks like we are live. We've been live for 5 minutes, but I wasn't ready, so...
I've been live for 1 minute 19. I need to make sure I muted yours so it doesn't come through. Nice, I have two chats.
Chat, look so many people. How are you doing, everyone?
I love that you're still getting fashions.
Guys, but...
How's the audio sound, guys? Can we get some input on audio?
Guys, so we were supposed to have a guest on, guys, but yeah, the guest hasn't.
Why am I still so wide?
Because this is a shed cast, George.
It's not a wide cast.
But let me just get the comments up on my phone. It's just easier to manage.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah,
that'll make more sense. That'll make more sense.
Let's turn the music off. We've started now. Let's get going. All right, George. So George has prepared a lot of stuff for us today.
And by a lot, not as much as usual. We're gonna have to sort of backtrack a lot of stuff.
I can't have the display capture on because capturing your face. So
you did a display rather than a.
Today we're doing podcasts. We already did fashion show this morning. This is a shed cast.
Did you not do it as display
capture? Hey, Marlon.
You can fix it to one window rather than.
Yeah, but I'll fix it to two, George. It just looks funny like this. Look how blurred my text is.
Everything's a state. Everything. It's just...
That's the charm of this podcast. Marlon
low quality podcast.
Hey, Fortnite Dominator. I have thought about it. Like, if you can't get guests on, why not just interview the subscribers? Like, because some of our subs live in, like, you know, South Africa and all different places. I kind of like to know, you know, what different places are like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We get into some news, George. I've prepared a couple of news stories, so we might as well start with me.
Oh, yeah.
I'll start with a bit of gaming news. Can you guys see this, or do you just see George's head still?
No, you're zoomed in on the news.
Yeah, I'm zoomed in on the news. That's perfect. Marlon wants to be my guest. We'll think about it, Marlon.
Why did you do it like this and not a pop-out window and lock it to Discord? You've done it so weirdly.
Does it work, though, George? Is it working?
Does it? That's the question. Right, does it work?
That's what this podcast is. Does it work? Can everyone see the news? It seems so zoomed in. What's going on? Oh, my God.
God damn, man. God damn. Anyway,
well, this is
does all the audio sound okay? Are we fine on audio levels?
I'll just...
Why can I hear your scream?
This is going to be hard, George, because I kind of need to be on the news to talk about it.
Why didn't you just write it down? That's what I did.
because I thought it would work.
Rookie mistake, man. Never assume anything's going to work.
I was going to talk about was Cyberpunk 2077 getting an update on the PS Store, which I bet you've already got written down.
No, I tried to avoid it because there was quite a lot of news about it, and I decided maybe not to. I saw TJ. I did see that you became a member. Well done.
We just need to get George 1,000 now, and then you guys can become a member on George's side of things.
So I've got a couple of things gaming related, but like nothing super.
It's basically just me and George having a chat today because our guest didn't come on.
In fairness, it was kind of our own fault. Like we left it last minute and went, oh god, we forgot to ask.
Well, I'm busy, George. So you could have went.
Don't talk to me. I'm a video game streamer.
Exactly. But hey, if we don't get guests, we'll just talk to ourselves.
Oh yeah. Of course, we can talk to chat. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you guys can ask questions.
Do you want to talk about Cyberpunk? About the update? What is it?
Well, that's what was on that news article, George, which I was supposed to read out by using the chat window.
Rookie mistake.
Next time I write it down.
Yeah, that's why I've always got a notebook because I've
been writing all day. This thing. Why is that fancy ass notebook, George?
Oh no, it's nice, isn't it? It's got a little bird on it. Caw.
We should just interview Rocky every stream because that's kind of entertaining, then. Oh, this isn't entertaining. I'm just saying. Start, George. Start chatting.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll start with my news stories. So that there's Bethesda are currently making a new Indiana Jones game, which is the first Indiana Jones game since I think the Nintendo Wii. Why have you done this?
Let's get around, George.
Because all I can see on my screen is me as well now. It's two me's. One me is enough. Okay,
and that one's bigger. And the funny thing is, George,
wide.
that's the opposite side.
I know.
On the opposite side.
It's just me, but wide.
Axel like Jigsaw.
Oh, goddamn. Alright, so...
I'm reading a bedtime story. Carry on.
Bethesda are making a new Indiana Jones game in collaboration with Lucasfilms and the design studio that made Wolfenstein, which led to a lot of confusion because at the start of the trailer for it, it felt like a Wolfenstein game until like they went to they scrolled across to where the whip was, and then you're like, Indiana Jones. I'm quiet on stream.
When you look like that.
Apparently, I'm quiet on stream.
I can fix it.
Boost me.
Take it away, George. The floor's yours.
Beans.
George,
Beans.
okay,
That's because I'm good at balancing audio.
Yeah, I'll fix it, George. You're louder than me now.
Alright, sound.
I can't give a straight face when you look like that. It just makes me laugh. Everyone left the stream, George, because of your face.
It's probably the low quality. I'm seeing nothing but 1 pixel. It's so low quality, it's unbelievable. So yeah, apart from that, a couple of games have been pushed back.
What happens if I do it to me?
Oh, what's he doing? I'm scared.
Carry on, George. Just testing me.
Oh, okay. You just mess about. So the Hogwarts Legacy. What are you doing? Hogwarts Legacy, the Harry Potter RPG, has been pushed back till 2022. They didn't really say why. I think they just need more time to work on it. They don't want to do a Cyberpunk and push it out too early.
It's like a video producer. I'm done now. I keep playing the screen.
Yeah, you just live editing videos, like making whoop. So that's been pushed back till 2022. Did you see that starting from today, Call of Duty Zombies is free to play until 21st of January?
It's cool seeing my name in the bottom right of the stream. That's because you're our latest member. My name's.
Mm-hmm.
That's my lunch repeating on me. This is such a professional podcast.
I mean, it was until you started messing about with it.
Yeah. I wonder none of the guests Come
Yeah, and another guest. So apart from
on.
that,
You look like a CBBC presenter. You look like that, sitting in the corner of the screen.
listen, all right. It's when I start doing sign language. I can't actually do sign language. I'm not going to pretend.
Can I do floor is lava with you? We're not doing any more Fortnite today, bro. This is a podcast. Well, it's supposed to be a
It's
podcast.
supposed to be a podcast. We're just chatting for a bit.
That's probably what we should rename your podcast to. It's supposed to be a podcast.
It's supposed to be a podcast. I mean, I quite like my name of now. That's podcasting, but sure, you can. You can
read
go
my
with
chat, George. I'll find some interesting stuff.
Okay, I'm reading your chat. I've read your chat. It was just that
I
easy.
remember. Have you ever watched the Ricky Gervais show?
No, I don't. I don't like Ricky Gervais as a comedian. I don't know why.
And they used to do a thing called Monkey News.
And what's that?
It's basically news about monkeys.
Oh, okay. Wasting my
There's
time
been
then.
an adorable Colchester Zoo, but is yet to be named. I think if everyone on this stream sent in the name George, we could get it changed to George.
Well, then the name of the monkey, probably, yeah. Curious
Yeah.
George.
So,
Okay. In, sort of hacking, cheating news, Bungie and Riot have joined teams. Cheat Creation Studio, that's called Gator Cheats. Apparently they've cost Bungie and Riot millions of pounds in income. I don't know how. Boosting services, maybe. I'm not really sure how them cheating would cost them money. Unless they're talking about the games being returned because there are so many cheaters. Anyway, they're going to court because in Destiny 2 and Valorant, the cheating thing is so bad that they've decided there's a need to do, which is bizarre for a video game development company to actually sue. Huh?
Callie, yeah, I'm just reading some of the chat.
Hey, Callie.
So what? They're suing. Who they're suing?
They're suing Gator Cheats. I know, very interesting, TJ, isn't it? Just very. It's weird because there's never been. I don't think there's ever been a case like this. I know that in the past they've blocked accounts rather than going to court with just the creator of the cheats. Because in I know especially in PC gaming, the cheats are really easy to make. You can create an AI to do it, or you can mess about with what's the something
People like that they really mess, them ruin the fun of gaming.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I watched a video the other day about RuneScape because
cool stuff, and then leak it.
Yeah, in the past, I know that companies like Jagex have done these things where they've got bots to report themselves, and they've got all these systems in place to stop botters, but it doesn't work because it's so easy to make them. You can literally just have an auto clicker do something, or you can have you can have machine learning to make bots is a thing now. I know that especially in RuneScape terms, there are.
Why do I look so different on your screen, man? It's really freaking me out.
Because what do you mean?
You're right. It's like a less pixelated version of me. To the left of me. On your screen, I look like a Microsoft Paint version.
I think it might be my connection. Honestly.
Detail in my face.
Yeah, you look like your picture in your Facebook. So I know that recently they introduced neural networking into the botting community in RuneScape. And I know this because I watch a couple of RuneScape creators, and they had some behind the scenes access of these things, and having these things learn how to do things better than humans and doing it quicker and more precise and with less danger, I guess. You've just cut me off by doing that.
Sorry, George. I'm trying to get something on the screen.
You big oaf. So yeah, that's how I feel about cheating, really. It's I mean, I understand why some people do, and I understand why it's a big business, but for them to take a development company, what the hell is that? I forgot how terrifying it is. Oh man.
I might just make that my camera from now on.
Why don't you make that like a face mask? You can cut around the face and just have it follow your face around on camera. So yeah, that's interesting.
You don't get this on any other stream, guys.
You don't get midway through conversations. While we're talking about incredible streams,
I was rewatching the stream we did last week with Rocky, and my brother pointed out it's like half time you speaking, one time you spoke, and I was like, "Oh, Rocky, tell us about the ring in the middle of the sentence."
You do it a lot. You always interrupt me. It's like I'm here to be the co-host, and you're just. Speaking of high quality streams,
Yes.
I don't know how to say his name. I'm gonna call him the Greg, but there's an F in there, so it's the Grefg. He hit 2 million consecutive viewers, or like
The Gregs.
Yeah, Greg's the bakery.
Can you imagine if Greg's had a gaming channel?
They probably do, you know. KFC.
Hey, Brenda. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. We need all the help we can get because our guest cancelled on us today. So
KFC have a gaming channel. A lot of American, hey Dubsy, a lot of the American like fast food restaurants have gaming channels because it is just a huge business. So
have you seen the new KFC console?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I'm not a fan.
Well, that's just going to be a phase, isn't it? Remember when, like, what was it, PlayStation used to have a console where you could cook eggs on?
That was just the PlayStation. You could just open the panel of that and that would do it.
I don't think it was. Someone fitted a grill onto it. I fitted a grill and they were making eggs.
Honestly, the PlayStation got hot enough that you probably could do that without actually changing too much about it.
I reckon with a PS4, you could actually convert it into a jet engine and just put PlayStation engine into a plane, and it'll work perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, and it'd run quite hot, but I'm sure it would work at some point. You say
we
it like
got
the
12
Gref.
people. We need to say hello, George.
You say it like G.
Everyone,
so the Gref G. Gref G. Hi, guys.
Mr. Cat is back in the chat. Welcome to a podcast, guys. This is a very high quality podcast.
So it's Gref G. He hit 2 million viewers in one stream with Fortnite. That he had a Fortnite skin.
PS1 there. Shed, you streamed that video, helped me out so much. You're welcome, Dubsy.
Yeehaw, Dubsy. Yeehaw. I
need to do more of those sort of videos because I want to help you guys learn how to stream and stuff.
Be so goddamn stretched on your capture. It's insane.
Yeah, but George, at least I know how to do it now. Stretch, George. I can have a stretch, George. You know what I mean?
Fair play.
Look at this. If you want to stretch the camera, all you got to do is hold shift, and then you get a big old face. Really cool. Have we got any more news, George?
I do, but somebody keeps interrupting me with tales of being a streamer. I'm just getting like flashes and stuff, so hopefully that doesn't. It's doing the.
Hope that doesn't cut us off.
Yeah, so he got he got a skin of himself in Fortnite.
Yeah. Maybe there'll be a Shedwood skin one day. It could look just like that image, you know, that
like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
So the reason why this is like interesting is because there really is a huge untapped Spanish audience, or a Spanish-speaking audience. I guess.
I just say people watching. What has happened?
Bro, I don't know.
Someone's sub-butting us because it doesn't look like there's 108 people in the chat.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But there is like a huge untapped Spanish audience because like American.
I don't know, George. Fortnite's kind of worldwide.
Yeah, Fortnite is, but him in particular got that much of a viewership because he speaks Spanish and he's pushing himself at the Spanish audience. I mean, he is Spanish, and there's a lot of like Spanish-speaking.
What's his name? He held the record. Dr. Discord. Disrespectful, David.
Disrespect. And it wasn't disrespect either. It was
Doctor Discord. Oh my god.
the one who was like second was QDC, and he's streaming 11 hours a day, 7 days a week, and fucking Grefg come out of nowhere. Well, I mean, not actually out of nowhere. This is just like in terms of he streams.
Don't forget to like the stream, guys, because
Gref
we've only got 6 likes. We've got
streams
nearly
like
200 people.
30 hours a week, and he gets more viewers and more subscription
That's
render.
time.
Yeah, and he gets a huge audience each time because he has the Spanish speaking audience to like lean on. Whereas, I mean, the English speaking streamers.
Can I say something about Spain, George?
Of course.
The candy, the sweets in Spain are proper good. Because
Thank you for that great interruption of my story, man. I'm so glad you popped in there with the tale of sweets.
I did ask George. I do have a candy video going up, guys, about Spanish. As George talking about Spain. I don't know how he got onto Spain.
Because the streamer, the reason he got 2 million is because he's
Yes,
an untapped Spanish audience.
What I'm saying is that there are these really nice white chocolate rings, and oh heaven, it was so nice. Probably the best. You know, like snack craze, probably the best one I've ever had. Carry on.
No, that's it. That's what I was going to say.
For a couple of hours, George, so I might as well, add some stuff in there.
That's fair. So the English streaming audience is already like quite saturated with all the American streamers and all the English streamers, whereas all the non-English speaking channels still have quite a lot of audience potential compared to the English ones, especially on Twitch. But exactly, TJ, that is one of the main reasons. Brazil itself is bigger than like a lot of places, right? And there are so many people living in Brazil, especially in Rio and stuff.
Speaking countries and English speaking, I wouldn't say there's a lot more than main
country-wise, there are more Spanish-speaking countries.
And how do you know this? How have you come across this information?
I'm trusting TJ. Is what's happening.
Let me just search it up.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, it's taught to us as a second language a lot of the time. That is like the main second language. But I know that Spanish-speaking countries, they have a lot more people in compared to English. It's the same with China as well.
Most common language is actually Mandarin,
yeah.
Chinese, which is actually one of the hardest, I would say. Not that I've tried to learn it, but we have a lot of Chinese friends, and to be honest, half time I don't understand the word they're saying.
It doesn't help that the alphabets are so different.
And then it's English, and then it's Spanish, George. So Spanish is actually third.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm giving fake news. But in comparison to like stream-wise, there are so many people that aren't on Twitch.
George is just like, oh, that right chat said it's unbelievable. Alright, George, carry on. I made my point.
You ruined my flow. So, I mean, places like Brazil, Portugal. Portugal is Spanish speaking, right? Or is it Portuguese? Portuguese. Ignore me. Like, they're all very similar languages, and there's not a huge streaming community for them. I know that there is a streaming community. Clownfish voice. What the hell was that?
Nothing, George.
That scared me. Yeah, so that's all I have for Spanish speaking. Are you trying to add that to me? So I'm now that. What are you doing? Mans need to stop.
Hang on. Okay. Carry on, George.
Fine. What have you done to me?
I've not done anything.
Okay, fine. I trust you this once. So we're back onto gaming news. Really, really hyping this one out. Pokemon Snap, new game, based on, or I guess not based, but a follow-on to the original, the Nintendo 64 game. Beautiful game, brilliant. So the fact that they're bringing that back, I think for the Switch, most likely. I don't know unless they bring out another thing before April. It's gotta be the Switch. So I think they probably use the same controls as the Let's Go series. with the because I
What
have
was
the
game?
Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap. I've never heard of it.
It was
I've
a
never
picture. So it was a picture taking game on the Nintendo 64.
played chicken.
You you take photos. It's a photography game basically, but it's of
Nintendo
Pokemon.
64. The Nintendo 64 have the software to be able to take photos.
Oh, it didn't. What you do? Do I have my control? I don't have my
I probably
controller.
look like that photo of me in the corner of your screen.
Probably. So it would the way it would work was you just control the camera instead of the thing. You'd move on at a steady pace on like a track, and you just have
like
to take pictures.
PS1, they had VR, didn't they? Like
Yeah.
really, really early.
Same with
But it
GameCube.
didn't.
Game Boy. Sorry, Game Boy had the Virtual Boy, which was the
That
goggles
it.
and the whole thing.
It wasn't there at the time, so they couldn't do it justice.
The Virtual Boy is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's awful and it gives you headaches and stuff, but it's so cool that they thought of that back in like '80s. Something.
We would make.
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a really cool like concept as well.
Guys, don't forget to like the stream as well if you want more Shedcasts. We need to get at least 10 likes. If by some miracle we get 10 likes, we might do another one. What we need to do, George, is if we can't get a guest on, we should wait until we get a guest, and we'll do these like chat ones like every couple of weeks or so, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then, but I need to actually write some news down next time because my obviously I can only capture the screen, the display, and if I go
Why
on
did
the
you
display,
do the display capture rather than popping out the thing and do a window capture, which is what I did?
yeah, probably should have, but it's too late now.
I mean, you could easily just fix it. It would take seconds.
No, we'll carry on like this, George. Kind of funny. Thank you,
Okay.
Chicken Life.
So, Gotham Knights. It's a
A Batman game.
yes, it is. Yeah, and it's I guess it's an RPG, but
Did you hear that Star Wars has they've got their rights back?
Don't interrupt. I might have it written down. You son of
What
a
are you
gun.
looking up there for? Where are you pointing?
Because I mean, I'm looking up there because I've got two screens, and one of you's up there, and the camera's here. But
You know, you're over there, George. You're
you,
pointing to me. Oh, actually, that works.
yeah. They're making it so that it's got AFK leveling,
I remember. Yeah.
so that when you're not actually on the game, it will level your character slowly, which is interesting that they do that. I think it shows that it feels like that makes it a more relaxed game than if you had to focus on leveling. The whole AFK sort of stuff is pretty big at the minute, especially on mobile games, AFK Arena and stuff, and AFKs.
So is this going to be on PS5? Because there's always a decent Batman game, isn't there?
Yes,
On
PS5 and
good Batman game.
Potentially
And Batman games are
Xbox.
always solid.
potentially Xbox as
They're
well. But
always solid.
I mean, it's not a follow-on from Arkham
I don't think there's
Knights.
ever been a bad Batman game
Oh, there has. I've had it. It was on Game Boy. It was atrocious.
before. Well, from PlayStation 2 onwards.
Yeah, that's fair. So
Nothing
it's
is
a completely separate like storyline, and I think you might play as villains, but I'm not 100%.
But the Gotham Knights, aren't they like they're like a family, aren't they? In Gotham, and is it connected to Batman, or am I thinking of something else? Am I thinking of like the Court of Owls or something? Or
Oh,
is that
TJ's fact checking for us. Let him go.
something-
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
you can be the
WB
fact
Montreal.
checker.
Yeah, I've got that written down
Why does TJ come up as a green icon in my chat?
because
I
TJ's a
think
member.
I know he is, but I'm not getting his green text on my phone.
Oh,
Gotham
maybe
Knight is an
mobile.
upcoming action role-play video game based on the DC Comics character Batman and his supporting cast. The game is being developed by Warner Brothers. Games
Montreal, yes. It's just, you know, they've recently just said as well that it's a solo or it's a drop-in, drop-out co-op, which for a Batman game is great, especially with it, like the whole dynamic duo thing coming from Batman comics. The fact that you can just drop in
You had
as
George,
duos.
a Batman Battle Royale.
You mean
Completely
Fortnite?
Batman.
You mean Fortnite?
Oh yeah, Batman is in Fortnite. But imagine just a Batman one.
I mean, how would it work? It would be quite.
Imagine Battle Royale.
That would be quite good. We should send that into
We've had
Warner
that. We've
Brothers.
had that before. We've had it.
Not a battle royale, no.
There was a online game, DC Online or something.
There was Marvel versus Capcom, and there was DC versus
I thought it was DC Online.
DC versus.
That's not the one I'm talking about, George.
No, but that's what I'm thinking about. And it was a fighting game. I can't remember. Anyway, so technology-wise, Razer, the peripherals maker,
I've seen that.
they're making a smart mask, which is cool. But I feel like by the time they're shipped, maybe all of this is over. But I like the idea anyway.
What does it do?
It's sustainable plastics, so it's recycled stuff, and it's you've got LEDs and filters here.
That will cost a fortune.
That's what I thought as well. It's
I think if
LEDs.
people are going to wear it on their stream, and it's just stupid because you're just going to be affecting your air quality if you're already inside.
Well, no, the thing is, they've got filters on the cheek pads, and their LEDs on there as well. But it's also have like an inbuilt microphone and speaker, so you're not muffled. And the front of it,
item though, isn't it?
Yeah, the front of it, like this part of it, is clear plastic, so you can see, which is great. Except it's a bit late in development. I mean, it's they've done all of this work to make masks before. They helped build a lot of the protection, the PPE for the NHS and stuff. They delivered like a couple of million. What have you done? A couple of million free masks and stuff. For,
you stay quiet and then you like address it. You're like, what's going on? What's he doing now?
It's just just question you every time. So I mean, it's a cool idea, but I think unless they actually do some more designing on it, like cosmetic wise, because all it is like a see-through mask and then some speakers and some LEDs. Like,
what I love about Razer, my favourite thing about Razer is their products, like the way they package things. Someone the other day asked what my camera was. I think I got the box here somewhere. But the way they package things, even my mouse mat I bought for them. Like, look at this packaging, George.
It's the same with Elgato. Elgato's packaging is really
it's actually
nice.
a Razer Coil. Yeah, Elgato's pretty good. But you get a free sticker.
I didn't get. I got a free Elgato one when I got my capture card, but I did not get one with my Stream Deck, and I'm disappointed. I'm sad and disappointed that I did not get a free.
And then it's like, it's almost like a jewelry box or something. The way they do it, like they got all this nice foam and everything. Like you can.
This is not a product placement, by the way. This is not a product placement. We are not.
If you want to sponsor me, Razer.
Yeah, same, please.
Fact,
please do.
I've already got a Razer affiliate code. What am I talking about?
Oh, it must be me that isn't getting any money out of anything.
Razer, but I never use my code. Also, they have this thing that you can pick it up with.
Man's really pushing. He's really pushing it.
The packaging is so nice, but they are expensive. But worth it. We even get this nice little note. Look at that. I don't know if you can read it, guys. Probably not.
No way can we read that.
I'm just saying their packaging. It's just so nice to receive that. You actually feel like you've got a really good product, and it is a really good product.
It shows that they care about their products more than a lot of So my webcam is a Logitech one.
In the fashion industry, it reminds me of Gymshark, because if you've ever received anything from Gymshark, you get it in like 3 different bags with like a nice little letter and a postcard and everything. I think in today's society, you have to be like that as a company.
Yeah, it shows that you care about your products. Yeah.
Even the mouse mat, which was a cheaper product, I think that was like 15-20 for mouse mat. It's not really that bad. Even the mouse mat, it's not really that bad. Even that come in the similar box of this, and they all follow the same vein. But I think that packaging is mint.
So you can tell that we're design students, huh?
Yeah, I've even kept the box, which normally I'd throw them away, but I feel like I should keep the box just because it's so well made.
Yeah,
I just thought I'd bring that up.
I've kept my MSI box as well because that feels like a nice.
Let's have a look at the MSI box then, George.
Oh, it's buggering over there. It's miles away.
It's product design with George and Chet.
It's somewhere. I'm not going to grab it.
Oh, we've actually hit 10 months. I don't believe
it.
We're getting 10
Are you white? Here's a question for you. Are you white, Shedwards?
Here's your answer. We're using that camera, by the way, guys. If you want to get yourself one, use code __ in the Razer app. Of course I am, bro. Look
He's
at me.
very
I look like a goat. I look like a goat.
While we're talking about technology, have you heard about Xbox controllers not being rechargeable?
No.
Do you know why they're not rechargeable?
Okay. Can I just say, look at me names with those badges. Oh my god. Turn around, George. Gotta point that out because he just looks so cool in the chat, man. You know what it is with me? When I'm not playing games and we don't have a guest on, it's really difficult to focus because my mind.
Yeah, I know.
But why they're not rechargeable, George? Have they followed suit with the PlayStation?
What have the PlayStation done? What is the PlayStation reasoning?
Oh, the way we plug them in, you know.
No, it's nothing like that. So they had a contract with Duracell. They've had a contract with Duracell, so they're not rechargeable batteries.
What about if Duracell happens to bring out some rechargeable batteries?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can buy the rechargeable batteries, but straight out of the box, they are not rechargeable. You have to have
that's the thing.
or AA.
You know, people just go out and buy them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Xbox controller, and you can buy rechargeable batteries. Exactly, George.
They are
rechargeable
when you cap.
What he's saying is they've teamed up with Duracell, so any package controller now, you're not going to get batteries with it. You're going to get Duracell batteries and not rechargeable. But if you go out and buy them, you're going to have to spend extra money. It's the same with the iPhone. I'll never buy an iPhone because I don't like what they do, because they keep reducing all the stuff you get in the box. You know, taking the charger brick away.
What is it? It's called something obsolescence, where they force it. I can't remember. Yeah, planned obsolescence. It's so stupid of a company to do that.
It's not even that though. Like planned obsolescence, yeah, it happens. I'd say these phones that could actually last 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my phone has lasted me 5 years.
Bring out more, and because everyone gets a new phone every year, you kind of have to buy one. But I'm disappointed with the fact that they're removing the charger brick. They've got rid of the headphone jacks.
It's a Razer.
I've just shown this on stream.
Yeah, well, it's Marlon in it. Man, don't pay attention.
Razer Kaio.
Razer Kaio.
Really decent camera. Price.
You can plug it in, right? But
if you do happen to buy one, Marlon, make sure to use _. I think you get 10% discount. I have to search it up there.
They're absolutely rechargeable, but this is for the Xbox X. Is it called the new one? Whatever the new Xbox is.
But what I was saying, George, is like, you know, like the iPhone, every year they're trying to reduce something about the phone, and then you have to pay more money. So the headphone jack was first. Now you have to buy £200 earbuds, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they had they got rid of the jack. So if you want to use the jack, you have to get a separate connector. And now they got rid of the charger brick. Everyone needs a charger brick.
I mean, imagine 10 years ago you got a phone and it didn't have anything in it but the phone.
Outrage.
You'd kick off, and it's only because it's Apple that people aren't.
Apple's just got one. And I'll tell them, like, why are you getting that? I always get Samsung. I'm never going to get an iPhone. Well, it might happen one day. I do actually have an iPhone 6, but that's a different story. That's my watch. But what I'm saying is, like, that's really bad customer service, like, because you know how much they charge for their power bricks online. I swear it's like £30.
Yeah, and they're making it so that you can't fix them by a third party thing. They have to be a recognised Apple.
That's the worst one. Apple's just got downhill, I think.
Yeah, I mean, since Steve Jobs went away, it's been slowly going downhill.
Hey, Alfie. He had a voice change and it was so funny. I'm making a vid on it. Xbox Series X, I think, is what it's called.
Yeah,
Xbox Series X.
You know, they're rechargeable. You know, crazy.
That's Alfie.
And my last bit of like gaming news that's taken us 40 minutes to get to.
40 minutes?
Yep. Crazy, right? Ubisoft is making an open world Star Wars game.
I didn't think we'd even be able to stretch this out to half an hour, so
open
Ubisoft
world.
like the original creators, aren't they? Didn't they do it during PS2 or something? And they used to make really good games, and then EA
I
bought
can't
the
remember.
license.
It was EA always are really like
Go.
awkward with licensing.
Bro, I just got an iPhone X. How's the charger brick, mate?
So having an open world Star Wars actually sounds like a lot of fun.
We already have one.
Not an open world one.
Battlefield 2
That's not open world though, is it? Really? It's
online.
It's online. Open world is in like imagine like a Skyrim kind of game.
Take them to make. How long is that going to take them to make?
A long time. They've not even set a release date on it or a questionable release date. It's just.
Oh, guess what, George? A new character's coming out
know,
on
I
Power
saw.
Rangers Legacy Wars.
I
used to actually play the mobile version. I've not played the PlayStation version. I don't know how this guy knows that I'm interested in Power Rangers, but I don't know where that comes from. It just pops it in there. If you guys have any more gaming news that we can discuss.
Yeah.
Now,
So
this open world Star Wars, George, is it going to be like Red Dead Redemption, or is it going to be like on
I'm
on a
hoping
different
it's
step?
more like Skyrim because that would be really cool if you can just like. I mean, imagine like in my head, it's Skyrim crossed with what was that space
Lost
game? The one that went really badly.
Destiny.
No.
No
The
Man's
open
Sky.
world, yeah, No Man's Sky. Imagine like a cross between No Man's Sky and Skyrim. That would be such
Sounds
a great game.
We got a question, George. What are your guys' thoughts on the new shotgun? I love it. I think it's amazing. It's just like the pump.
I've not used it.
George, because it's not even got on Fortnite today. You might have used it yesterday, George.
I might have done. It was.
Playing
Yeah, I got
around
kills. Yeah, no, that's the one I got a kill with. Yeah, hell yeah. Woo! I got a kill.
That was George's first ever kill on Fortnite yesterday.
I wouldn't say it's first. We've definitely killed people before. That was my last bit of news.
Feel free. The new shotgun. I love how people keep trying to take us off tangents because I always
I
read
know.
the chat and then do
I
a
know.
good side round. Carry on.
That's me out of news. There was nothing much this week, really. There was a lot of tech stuff, especially with Razer. They said they did a live stream of new products and stuff, and a lot of AMD stuff. It's all computery, CPU kind of stuff, and I figured maybe not write that down for this one.
Razer do green screens.
Razer do, yeah, they do like pop-up ones.
Screen, but I don't know what to get because I see now Elgato one.
Do you know what mine is? Mine is literally a blue bed sheet stuck to the wall.
Yeah, George, I like to be more high tech than the blue bed sheet.
Yeah, but when have I even had it? My light is literally on a microphone arm. My mics are on the same arm, and there's a hairband so I can connect a monkey. So I can be like, go back, I want to be monkey.
He's got this like little string system that's connected to his Stream Deck, so when he lifts a piece of string, it puts the correct GIF on. PS5 obs. Hey Ghost. PS5 or Xbox Series X? Obviously PS5 for me.
PS5 every day. I mean, we've been PlayStation fanboys for a long time now.
Fanboy since I've been like 5. Guys, let's get more likes. If we hit 20 likes, then I don't know. It's been a success.
Then congratulations. We can talk about, I guess, why we like PlayStations. I don't know why.
Have we done that in every stream?
Yeah, but like
games and stuff. Oh yeah, I can add to this. Just give me a second.
Whatever. So I got gifted a PS1 as my second console. It was my like.
Oh guys, last week when I said I ordered a PS.
Oh, you finally got it.
Yeah, and I have some games as well. I could have went for all the games individually.
Should we do a show and tell? Hang on, let me stand up and.
So I just go and get all the games I bought.
Stream, just don't look for a second, alright?
Game review. Just give us a sec. This is so like impromptu.
As you can tell, we are professional streamers.
There's quite a few of them.
what are we doing? PlayStation 2 games? Are we just getting PlayStation 2s? Is that what we're doing?
So, guys, I've been buying stuff online. PS2 stuff.
Man's been on Wish.com.
Not Wish. I was going to get a PS1. You know, the person I bought the PS1 from, they didn't send it out, so I have to get a refund.
Really?
I'm going to show you guys all the classic games I bought. This is a classic game review, so enjoy. George is probably going to do the same thing. How many games you got to show us, George?
I mean, this is our classic PS. This is my PS1.
Which I think I paid £60 for. Not really that bad. But what I've also
Did you get
bought
the Slim? Is it the Slim or the fat?
Yeah, I used to have the Slim. And you know my Slim, when I had it originally, mine had a dodgy cable, yeah. And it was supposed to be sent back to the factory and I was supposed to get a refund, but we never sent it back. So they catch fire, the Slims.
Ow, just picked my finger in the thing.
I'll buy another Slim. Just in case I want to burn the house down. You know, so that's my PS2. And I also bought this little piece of kit, which I was talking about last week. Basically, with this, connect this up to my HD 60X. And that means I can stream PS2 games for all you guys. So I might as well show you some of the games and you can let me know what you want me to play. So
actually, yeah, let's talk about games because
so if you look over here, chat, you see that big old pile? You see that big old pile, George? These are all the ones I've ordered.
No, I can't see. Oh my god, man. You've gone overboard.
I've gone overboard, but you know, I like to do things properly, George. PS1 games as well. I got some interesting finds. Chris Karma's Soccer.
Chris Kamara?
Chris Kamara, yeah.
Cammy Soccer. I didn't realise Cammy did a game. That's incredible.
This is why would anyone want to buy FIFA, Jordan? Why Chris Kamara's Soccer?
Honestly, I bet it plays better.
Oh yeah. I don't know where I've got this from. I think this was in the cupboard. Oh, you know what, George? It's funny you bring that one up because I've actually accidentally bought that twice.
The same one? You were supposed to get Hit and Run.
I couldn't get Hit and Run because it was too expensive, but it was supposed
Hit and
to be
Run
one
is
of the
super
bundles.
expensive, right?
I got Rainbow Six on the PS1. By the way, guys, if you do want me to play any of these, then I will. Someone texted me.
This is a classic.
Great. I need to get the Grand Theft Autos. I've also got Prince Nassim boxing.
You've picked the weirdest ones.
I've not even ordered these, George. These were just in the cupboard. I've not gone out and thought, oh, you know what I want to buy? Prince Nassim boxing and Chris Kamara's Soccer. I've actually got a really bad game here.
I used to have baby.
Game, and it's £50 now online, George. Is anything being said in the chat, George? I've got carried away here.
Nothing much, no.
X-Men 2, Mutant Academy, PS1.
Nice, that's a classic.
If you guys want to play any of these, we can make it happen. I've ordered that as well, George.
Nightfire.
What I can do is I can go through them, and if you pick any games that I know anything about, we'll talk about them. About the Simpsons game, that is a really good game, by the way, the one you got. And Simpsons Hit and Run is even better. That's my favourite ever PS2 game.
Hit and Run is a great
game. We talk on this in every podcast, but and then we're showing them. I think this is actually more fun.
Mm. This is a great game. You can have this one.
What is it? ECW Hardcore Revolution.
Man, you know nothing about classic games until you see what I've got in the wrong case. Gran Turismo, baby. What a good game.
I bought that. But you know these PS5 games? PS2 games, you can actually get them really cheap now, bundles.
Yeah, it might be that CX selling for like 50p. Like,
I used to, Joe, but they took all the prices up.
What are they really?
Oh, look, you have some comments, George. You've not been reading them out.
Yeah, GTA Classic, that's all.
I've still got PS2 and I've got Crash Bandicoot for it. I need to get Crash Bandicoot because there's some on the PS2 that have not been remastered.
I've got so many Guitar Hero games. I won't give any, basically, is what happened.
Kings 2000.
Okay, here's where it gets a little bit out of hand because these are not my games, but sure.
You know what, though? I did sell all the games for my PS2 and PS1 and got rid of them. And now I'm like, I want to collect them. All the Sims.
The
thing is, I used to love playing Sims. I remember one of my gaming stories when I was younger. I went out and bought Sims, and I got another free Sims game in it. They put 2 in the case.
Oh, hang on. Before we go on about any of that, this is the ultimate game. Do you want to guess what it
How
is
much is the
first?
PS2? About £60 Alfie. What is it?
Do you want to guess what this is first before I tell you?
How can I guess what it is, George? You got such weird
It's
taste.
my ultimate game. I
don't
like
know.
adventure games.
Zelda.
On
Skyrim.
PlayStation 2. I also like Pyramid Tits. There we go. That's right. It's Tomb Raider.
Oh, Tomb Raider. Yeah, Tomb Raider's a classic. So you played the PS1 with the triangle tits or whatever.
Yeah, that's. This is the remastered one, I think.
Oh,
This
is
is
it?
the anniversary. It's got
Am I putting them in the same pile? George, here's one for you. Look, James Bond, The World Is Not Enough on PS1.
See, that's great, but I've got I have that on 64 instead. The Nintendo 64 plays that so much better than a PS2, PS1 did.
This game is a real classic, and if it was in mint condition, it would be worth a fortune. Wu-Tang Clan, PS1.
Classic.
These are really hard to come by. This is a very rare one, just like the Jackie Chan one I had, and this is worth about £40 if it's in mint condition. I could probably sell the game at that for £20 to be honest.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I've got I've got a little drawer with with 64 games in.
Yeah, 30 quid.
I've got
I'll be able to play Fortnite on it, Alfie.
Pokemon Colosseum.
Get them out then, George.
I
Crack them
can't.
out, man.
They're behind the camera, and I can't move the camera to go.
Mayhem. Wrestling.
So in my 64 collection, I've only got like 4 games or something on 5 games because I sold a bunch. So it's The World Is Not Enough. It's GoldenEye 007.
I've got a lot of Bond games, but I don't think
The
I've
Bond
bought
ones are
GoldenEye
really
yet.
good. I mean, the only problem I've got.
PS2, George. I used to play 2-player, and we used to run around the map on The World Is Not Enough, I think it was.
So
and just kill each other.
This game is the worst game known to man. It doesn't even run. This is Tomorrow Never Dies. Do not buy this game. It doesn't work.
It's the best console. For having the most fun on, it was always the PS2 because you never had to worry about online, you never had to worry about any of that. But you know, the PS3, PS4,
This is a classic PlayStation bug. There we go.
Well, back when we didn't have the we did in PS2, we could play online. We didn't really have the capabilities to do it. We didn't have it. So PS2 was obviously the main game console.
What's the best console? PS2 or PS3? For me, it was PS3. I've got so many PS3 games. If I was to get my collection of PS3 games, it's like
the PS2 version.
Probably I've got this many times 2 PS3 games.
You need to get one of these pieces of equipment, these HD video converters, and we can do video game races again.
I've got my Roxy. My Roxy is fine.
So we got.
Speaking of which,
you know, everyone's hyping up FIFA 21. What you really want is
Cammy.
IS 98. I think it's international soccer.
Yeah, IS is international. It was a Japanese.
Oh, look at this one, George. Level 7 Racing.
Ooh, classic. So I've got
the thing that annoys me about PS1 games is the cases are always in the worst condition, man.
Yeah, so these are my PS3 games.
I haven't spoke about the Call of Duties. You know what I went to do as well, guys? I went and bought all the PS3 CODs, like you got there, George. I went and bought all of them again.
They're really not expensive either. I mean, the most expensive one was Modern Warfare 3 for me. I think that cost. I can tell you how much that cost. Could have got it here, but it doesn't have a sticker on.
Potentially, if the Fortnite starts to die off, me and George are either going to switch to PS2 games, or we might just go and do some.
I mean, I say I would switch to PS2 games, but my PS2 exploded.
Oh, did. And that happened.
The connector port broke.
Hey, yeety yeet. If you're a mod, you don't let that comment up. Right, let's get onto my PS2 pal, which I've been ordering. This isn't PS2, this is PS3, but as I got Narnia on the PS2, I seen this steelbook of Narnia Prince of Caspian, and I thought I gotta buy it, man. You know, we should make this a series, George, where we just like show off our recent buys and random crap.
Well, you say recent buys. Most of my stuff is old. Like the most expensive game I bought, 22 second hand, Black Ops 3, 22 quid. That was insane to me.
It was probably Modern Warfare, but you got that for free, didn't you?
Modern Warfare. Yeah, because I won a competition.
And you gave that to me, so I gave you the new card.
Exactly. If I was
That's
to,
the thing. Like, nowadays, you can share a game on PlayStation 1. You can finesse the system. You couldn't do that back in the day.
Back in there.
Right, George. Let's go through the PS2 games, and I've got about 50 of them. I've been
Jesus.
buying stuff. Jesus, this should bring us up to 2 hours.
I'd be surprised if it didn't, to be honest.
All right, George. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching from a
So
distance.
half these I've never played, so we're gonna test George. You might have played them. Why does that say PS? Oh, PSE2. I thought that said PS6.
You're like, oh, I've been conned. I didn't buy the PS6. Oh shit.
Warriors.
The stacks have fallen.
Warriors of Might and...
Never heard of that one. What is it, Batman? It looks like Batman.
No, it's not Batman, George.
Oh, but it looks like Batman. Look at the front and tell me that doesn't look like Batman.
It does look like Batman.
That is Batman. What are you chatting? That is Batman.
It's not.
What is it?
I think it's like a magic game.
Oh, well, Magic the Gathering.
I think so. I noticed that everyone's left the stream now. Do you guys not find this interesting? I would find this really interesting if this was for me. But...
Yeah, what they didn't see was me nearly knocking over every game I've ever owned, including the Wii games, which I bought over as a...
Now this is a classic. All you kids won't know about this.
Oh yeah, I forgot your audience is like 2.
All you guys won't know about any of these, so Alfie, if you are going to get the PS2, then just listen up, Midnight Club.
Oh, hang on. While we're on Midnight Club.
Classic.
That's why I got the second one. Also a classic. They are
Midnight
brilliant
Club.
games.
Right. That was before Forza. This set the road for Forza. Midnight Club.
Mm-hmm.
That's a game. Ratchet and Clank.
Never played it. The new one looks really good though.
I used to enjoy it on the PS2, but these days, I don't know. Not as big of a fan of Ratchet and Clank. Same with Rayman. Like on the PS2, I used to enjoy them, but now
I really like the Wii Rayman, which I've got probably in this stack
I've
next to me.
twice. Some of the games are in a bit of bad condition. International Q Club. Don't think I'll be playing that. This went for a podcast talking about gaming to show and
About gaming.
All right.
Games. Okay.
We can't tell about gaming, yeah. But the
TJ,
thing is,
you've not seen the Wii games I've got here yet, my guy.
It shows how resourceful me and George are. We've done this in the spur of the moment. Kind of my fault, really.
Yeah,
but,
somebody brought them up on PS2s, and this is how it happened.
Superman Returns.
Also, never played it. I rarely played the PS2.
PS2 is the fact that every single movie had a game.
Oh yeah.
If you're a fan
even
of
before that,
Batman,
since the Atari, there have been
some smart ass thought, what we should do? We're going to sell our games. Like E.T.
Random. Yeah.
I mean, the E.T. game actually failed and they buried all the copies, but
I
if you
wish
got
they
one of them.
I mean, they couldn't sell it, but imagine owning the original E.T. game. Imagine how much that'd be worth.
Why did they put a random fist at the bottom of the bloody game? I keep thinking the disc's ripped. Look at this, George. Look at the artwork. You see in that corner? That's a fist for some reason. I think they've just cropped
Yeah, they've just
the
cropped
movie
like him flying. Yeah, they have. They really have. That's lazy.
I think this is a good game now. I feel like I played it before. What does it say? This is gameexchange.co.uk. Is that still a thing?
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Just like Blockbuster, not a thing. We're too old, George. We're too old for this. We're too old for this life. I'm casually sat here with a Pepsi and some popcorn watching this. At least TJ is enjoying this. TJ, I knew you would because you come from George's channel.
TJ, you will not. You will have no idea. Like when I start going for the PS3 games, that's when you know. That's when you know.
I don't even know what this one is, so this will be interesting. Oh, we got some gems in here. Oh, this looks very scratched.
This
the
game
Sims
also doesn't work. Wait, which one's that?
Is that a good game? Busting out? Is that dancing?
I don't know. I don't have that one. I've got Sims 2, Sims Castaway, and Sims Pets.
Has anyone ever done a podcast show and tell before? Or have we just invented it?
I mean, it's definitely been done before, but Not
FIFA
by
Street.
two absolute idiots.
Who's on the front of this game? Is that Ronaldo?
No.
Who is it?
You might mean Ronaldinho.
Oh, it's Ronaldinho, that's all.
Ronaldo is not that colour.
Shut up, George.
While we're talking about movie games, let's go to
I literally bought this bundle for
the
this
best
game.
movie game.
You're totally wrong. You're wrong,
right.
George.
I'm right.
I
You
won
play
up,
as a pirate. What is better?
Incredible.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
This was my childhood. This was my game. Like when I was younger, I used to play this, and it was. I think this is the first time that I got introduced to button tapping as well. Because every time you did something in the game, like if you wanted to move a rock or something, you'd have to like
Spam
triple
it,
tap.
like the Lego game, right?
But if I do PS2 streams, guys, this is coming on there. This is happening, and this is kind of the point of this is me and George showing you the game, so you can
We're trying to
comment
gauge a reaction,
in the comment section and let us know what games you want me to play. Because if George has got a game that you guys like, I can go out and get it. Modern Warfare 2. Skyrim. What? Look at your green screens. Turn them like invisible. They look so much better.
It's because they're blue. Yeah. If I was to tilt it like this. Hang on.
Every one of these PS2 games seems to be movie games. I've not even cracked out the PS3 collection.
I've started my PS3 collection. I didn't buy any of these games. The PlayStation 2 games were all gifted to me by a friend. No, they weren't gifted to me. Sorry, I traded an Xbox for a PlayStation.
Did you hear about Andrew's story? He made his friend buy an Xbox off him for like 200 quid that didn't work and didn't give him the money back.
Jesus Christ, man's an ass. Anyway, Skyrim.
All these are movie games. Guess what this movie game is, George?
This was given to me for free by a friend. Skyrim. I still love this game. Skyrim is one of my favourite games. It's one of my go-to when I like lazy, relaxing games.
Yeah. I've not really ever got into it.
You can borrow it if you want. I'll literally send it to you.
I think I have it for free, but I've never played it. In fact, I think my PS4 come with a Skyrim.
It's really good. Skyrim's a great game.
Yeah. If it has come with Skyrim, then you can obviously download it. You got a passcode, but Madagascar. I love how you're coming with Skyrim. I'm bringing up Madagascar, guys. I do own newer games.
He doesn't. This is it. This is it. All of mine have prices on because I get them from CX. Cheap as I can.
We should do one where we look through all of our PlayStation games. Is anyone still actually watching?
I think it's
just me. No, I didn't actually want this game. I don't know why they put it in, but sometimes with bundles you get random stuff. Can you guess what it is, George? You probably love this game.
Probably. What is it? You absolute goblin.
High School Musical, bro.
So I never played the original of this game, but I bought this because at the time I was doing a lot of zombie games.
How's it go, George? Get your head in the game.
I never played the original game.
Did they bring a zombies game to number 2?
I don't think so. But this is a really weird game to play, having not played the original Red Dead. It's because when we were like getting sort of views on Twitch, it was zombie streams. So I then moved on to other zombie games like Undead Nightmare. What was the other zombie one?
The thing is, when I imagine Red Dead Redemption, that's what I imagine.
Dead Island is the other one. We played Dead Island for ages, or I did at least. I love Dead Island.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3, classic.
I've actually got all the Spider-Man now.
Listen,
heard about
the thing is, you sort of get numb to Andrew being Andrew after a while. Like, you learn to expect the worst for him.
Unexpected. This is definitely your game, by the way, George. He's just bringing up generic PS3 games. Get your PS2 game back out, George.
I've been through them all.
It's me buying 100 games. I should get the PS3 out. Or the PS3 games. But I've left one in my brother's room.
Anyway, Skyrim. Let's talk about Skyrim. Boogie.
I've never heard of this game. So
I've seen the artwork. I don't know where I've seen it. But I recognise the art for that.
I really want to do, like that. Is it Mystic who does gaming unboxings? This is kind of what he does, and it's really interesting. It's kind of
Yeah, the thing is, they
it's got
know
me.
about what they're doing. We're just here talking about games that we've got
Well,
from who
basically,
knows
it's trying
where.
to collect the game, basically, from all the PlayStation generations, which is what I've kind of been doing.
Okay, before we move on to the next game, let's
Too.
just talk about mine. Is that Spider-Man 2? Christ.
Yeah.
That is such a
That's
that's a
that
terribly
movie.
good game.
That movie is one of the best movies ever made. Spider-Man 2, best superhero movie. God of War, the original.
It's not the original, it's the third one. This
third
game
one.
is something else. It is the most gory game that I think I've ever played. Which is really weird.
Yeah, but how good is it, George, when put up against Spider-Man 2? I need you to vote in the comments, guys. Not that you guys
easily
ever played
easily God of War. So you could tear people, like you were fighting giants, and you could tear their nails off. Like their nails.
And even, not one of them.
It made me feel like you know what I mean?
There's a game with a gory scene in, but I don't remember what it is. There's quite a few of them. Oh, you know what's a good horror game?
Oh, here we go.
It's on the PS4, but I can't remember what it is.
PT?
You probably heard of it. Is it Outlast 2?
Outlast. Jesus.
However it is, I might be wrong. Oh, your grandpa passed away. Sorry to hear that, Tyler. What made you want to start streaming? Because my brother was streaming and I thought he was doing a terrible job, and I thought I'll beat him because he was like doing Minecraft streams, and I thought, you know what, he's not letting me play, so I'll do it myself. I had like 300 subs in like a week. Smash Cars.
I've never even heard of Smash Cars.
This is like freaking Farming Simulator on the PS2. That's kind of the sort of game that is.
This game does not work. They build games that don't work. Fallout.
And you're still bored.
Free. Well, no, I really like Fallout. I like the Fallout series. I like playing Fallout. My cousin had it, and I played it for ages.
Simpsons game.
Yeah,
you said earlier.
Yeah.
Wait, but this is still a solid game.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like one of the ones.
Make more games.
Hmm.
Why don't they make more games?
I think what is it? Is it licensing from Fox? Probably might be an issue.
Junior board games. Is it still these bundles you get, guys? Junior freaking board games. Hope you guys are enjoying this random stream. It's supposed to be a podcast.
It will go back to the podcast soon. 1 and
price,
2. Yeah, exactly. £2. It's
1 and 2.
Worth it. 1 was £1. 1 and 2 I got for £3 in total. Really good games.
I've got that question just this stuff. Another thing is, like, when I started streaming, actually talking to people, interacting, made the gaming more fun.
It absolutely does. Like, if you're just sat here monging on your own, it doesn't feel as good as chatting to someone in chat or chatting to someone in game. It really makes it more social, which is a huge thing when you're sat at home alone, playing these games for fun, having the option, not even having like being forced to do it, but actually choosing who you can talk to made a big difference in my upbringing. I don't know about yours.
You know, we've always kind of streamed together as well since like uni. So, you know, it's kind of fun for us, something we do together to stay in touch as well. Look, X-Men 2. This is actually really good. Wolverine's Revenge, George.
I think I might have played that.
This is made by...
I can't read it. It's really blurry.
Yeah, you're supposed to guess, George, that's why.
Oh, I'm assuming it's Fox, is it?
No. It is made by, as we've got a little pad in here, Activision.
Oh, it's Activision. Nice.
Activision's making X-Men games.
This game was the first game I played since Harry Potter 1 or 2 with a friend in real life.
Oh man, it's not supposed to be a comedy. He's recording a video for us, George. He made his friend buy an Xbox off him for like
just the Jesus Christ. Anyway, Skyrim.
No money back.
Jesus Christ.
That is fun.
Hands and ass. Anyway, Skyrim.
There we go.
Why does it keep rewatching the same bits?
That's
George, I'll
so
send
good.
it.
Oh yeah, I'll add it
That's
somewhere.
your donation noise.
Jesus Christ.
You get that file, George, and I'll put that as a donation. International Q Club again. Let's get that one.
Battlefield 4.
And this is why one of the reasons I got the PS2 again. Rocky. This game. Now, if you play Tekken, guys, this is the OG. Well, it's not.
Before we talk about Rocky, let's talk about Battlefield 4. I hated this game.
It is as well, by the way.
I hated Battlefield 4. I really loved Battlefield 1 and Battlefield Bad Company. Those two games were so fun. Like, it was so janky and the music was great. And then you go on to Battlefield 4 and it is trash.
Big Battlefield guy.
Battlefield Bad Company.
Played a bit of Battlefield 3. It's weird, isn't it? Because Call of Duty's always had a competitor.
Yeah.
Like, it was Battlefield back in the days of, like, Modern Warfare 3. And then even further back, which you're going to get to in a bit, you know, Call of Duty 3 happens to be right here. You know, back in these days, what game is it, George? Come on.
What?
Medal of Honor.
Oh, is it? Yeah, Medal of Honor.
The rival to Call
It
of Duty.
still is. Medal of Honor is still a big game.
Not a big game, George, because it died. They've not made any more in the series for years and years.
No, but people still
Call
love
of
that game. Medal of Honor is still
no.
really like cult
Call of
classic.
Duty did have in the game, really. So, Medal of Honor, I think, was actually one of the first shooter games, though. That was the predecessor to Call of Duty.
I don't know if it was the first. I know that Doom was a shooter, and that was on maybe Atari, maybe PC. I think Doom might have only been on PC, but I'm not sure. Doom was.
You can't.
This is like my final game until I go into the Nintendo Wii. Dead Island, such a good game.
Dead Island was a solid game. You can buy that for like £5 at the end of the generation at PS3.
Yeah, it's really great.
Right.
When the PS3 faded into PS4, that was when I went into CEX and just bought loads for like 50p. Like most of these came from like the last few months of the PS3 cycle.
You would wait 20 years for a game to go up to 50p.
Oh yeah.
Ghost Rider.
Rampage.
That looks like a solid.
This is what that film was based on.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it is, George.
It is Rampage. Rampage. The entire story of this is
no Wii game.
Well,
It's actually the Monster Universe, isn't it, from Godzilla and stuff?
Yeah, well, that's what this is. Like, see you later, Tara. The movie is based on these games. Rampage is like a series of 3 or 4 games, I think. But
it says Charlie Different. Oh, Charlie Different. I was just reading the Charlie's Angels sign off and Charlie Different. It's not entirely different.
So are we on about FIFA still? Are we? Show me.
Charlie's Angels.
That was such a terrible film. It's so bad.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Didn't they remake it? I think the remake was possibly terrible. FIFA 09. What's that all-play edition?
Hell yeah! So you play as bobbleheads. So you'd go into multiplayer and it'd be bobblehead, like that. That's Rooney. You can tell because his ears are huge. Like a really fun game.
Isn't it? That's when they didn't have Ultimate Team, so they had bobbleheads.
This was one of like the coolest things. Like,
you know what? I just realised your picture on my screen actually looks like a Nintendo Wii bobblehead.
So, I mean, you had like the realistic for solo play. Like, it would look like a FIFA game. But when you went to multiplayer or co-op, oh, it was so funny. And the music is really catchy as well. That's one of the things I love about Wii games, is the music is incredible.
Right, another classic for you, George.
Alright, hit me with it.
Rocky Legends.
I don't know what your obsession is with Rocky, to be honest. I know that...
Yeah, I love that one, George. One of my favourite franchises.
How do you add a stream loadout without getting premium on streamers?
Without getting premium on streamers.
What do you mean? You can always do
load
your
it.
own... Do you mean overlays?
Overlays. These overlays, you can get free ones. These are premium ones.
There are free ones. There are free... You have to look for them, but there are free ones.
Did you mention that earlier, George?
Huh?
See if you can snap me with that game. 007 Agent Under Fire.
I don't think I played Agent Under Fire. I played. No, I played.
Look at the graphics.
Nightfire. Dude, I know. I'll tell you what. I think I've seen that one before. So because my dad was a football coach, someone had left that game in his bag because it was like the kit bag.
I did a video one.
So no one came to collect it, and till like a week after. But that is where I played that game twice, I think. Yeah, basically a week I had of that game.
Well, why did they put it in your dad's gym bag in the first place?
I don't think they did. I think it fell out of their bag into it. I think. Do you want to see here's a real classic, Zumba. This is my sister's.
Can you match me with this one, George? Does she still play that?
Hell no. That's why it's up here in the collection. Huh?
I feel like everyone in your house doesn't care about old video games. It's just
no, they don't. It's just me. I love them. Hold on.
This one.
Wait a second.
I think this is the one where you get the online mode. You can be like mini tanks and helicopters and everything. This is a solid game. Is it the exact same one? I believe it is.
Yeah, that game is great. I mean, the quality is atrocious.
That's what we're talking about him, by the way.
The quality is
Not all
awful.
of them. We're playing High School Musical.
I thought we agreed on that. I thought we definitely said we're playing High School Musical.
I thought that was the race. See if we can get to. You got to get your head in the game. Oh, Indiana Jones. I don't mind playing that. Are you also good at games on the channel, George?
Wii games. I would. I literally have the cable for it, so I could do it. But it's a case of.
Get a question in chat as well. If we do these PS2 gameplays, would you actually watch? Yes or no?
I might play all the Borderland again because I really enjoyed the Borderland games.
And also another question: would you want me talking over the game, or would you want just game audio?
Or both. There is an option to easily do both.
I don't know. For a 23-year-old me, probably not. But I will be playing Incredibles. So.
If you could, what you can do is you can record the audio on a separate layer.
I forced Andrew to come and watch Incredibles 2 in the cinema.
That was really good. I enjoyed Incredibles 2.
I really enjoyed it, but Andrew didn't want to watch it. So what they did is they sat Andrew at another part of the cinema because he picked different seats, and he was sitting next to a woman and a screaming kid for the whole show. Sitting there really enjoying it, and he comes out and he goes, "I said, mate, where did you go?" And I was sitting down there. He said, "Come find you, mate. Come find you." So I sat down there, and I said, "You've been sitting next." He said, "Oh, you know what? There was a woman and a screaming kid the whole film, we're in the whole thing." and then we also watched Skyscraper, which was another good film. So we watched two films.
You know, the Dwayne the Rocco Johnson Skyscraper.
Brilliant, George. 2 people out of 2,000 people said yes on my channel, so now I have to do it.
Now you've got to do it.
This is one of my first experiences of the PS2, this game. So I find this really good because last week we actually talked about this, like different games, but now we're actually showing them. It's more physical. But this one, Tarzan, my friend had a PS2, and this is the first game I've seen him play. It was Tarzan, and he let me have a go, and I was like, I need to get PS2. We're talking probably 2003. When did the PS2 come out? 2001, 2000? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I got some on these days, so I can tell you. Like, I know that I didn't write down what they were.
That was one of my first experiences. I also remember playing the Idol and washing windows in the early days. Now this, George, Guitar Heroes again. How many of those have you got?
A lot. I really like rhythm games. They're really fun.
I played Guitar Hero on the Wii back in school. One of the teachers had a Wii in the classroom. We used to go there.
I really like rhythm games like that. Like
this come with a bundle, George, and you wouldn't see these anymore because we have the internet. But it's called Explorer. Want to beat the game? Got all different game cheats in there.
Oh, I miss game cheats, bro. I miss game cheats.
Now look at the games you can get. Tomb Raider A4 AOD. What? Tiger Woods 2003. If you want to beat that game, hit me up. I've got the cheats.
Oh, AOD is the anniversary edition, I think.
Oh. You know, you used to talk about FIFA, George. I got FIFA 07.
I mean, my one was 09, I think.
I do have newer games, guys. I just want to keep reiterating that. This is just some new games I've been buying because I've kind of got back into classic games. Oh my god, look what they've given me, George. Bloody Guitar Hero they put in there. Was that card?
That's such a great game! That one is the game. That is the game. I have that twice because I stood on it and broke it once. That's so good. Legends of Rock is the best Guitar Hero.
In there.
Yeah, that is the best.
I don't have a guitar though. I think you buy.
I haven't got the PS2 guitar. I've got two.
This is the original Star Wars Battlefront 2, and apparently the best one.
That Battlefront 2 was the best one.
This is back when Ubisoft made the games.
Yes.
And this is when
I'm kind of hoping they are working on that kind of style again.
Although I did like the new Star Wars games, I haven't played the new one, even though I own it.
Yeah, we got it free with the
Rayman Rabbits. I think I played that, George. That was actually quite fun.
This is a brilliant game. So the thing about Wii games is they're not
intense
games, but they are really fun ones. They're all aimed at like young adults and teens and stuff, and that makes a great game when like you can shoot rabbits with some plungers.
Bendy just got back to me. He said, "Do we still want to do it?" Text him next week.
Yeah, we'll do it next week.
Yeah, because it'd ruin our flow. We can't just go from talking about PS2 games and introduce our guest. FIFA 08. Oh, you know that Harry Potter game, George? I think that one on the left, my left, the other one. That come with my PlayStation 4, and I sold it straight away.
See, this one, like, I enjoyed them on the Wii because you could actually do the movements with a thing. I don't think I could sit and play this kind of game without it being...
The original one's better, I think.
The PS1 ones, yeah, I've got them. They're really good. I've got 1 and 2. They're like my go-to relaxing games. Them 2 and Spyro are my favourite PlayStation 1 games.
The problem with muting Discord is I don't know what Discord is going off.
And if he mutes it, he'll end up muting me, because I'm also technically a Discord tab. I think. I'm on my final game. This is my final game, I think.
I haven't even got my other games there. I've just been doing the PS2 ones, but Wallace and Gromit.
Is that Curse of the West? Oh, that's a great one.
Have you played it?
No, but the film's great, and it's based on the film. It's got to be brilliant.
Konami.
It's Konami. Oh, that's going to be great then. Konami
doing that's someone else. Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Konami also do a lot of classic games and
classic Call of Duty is yours. I got ya. Call of Duty 1 and 2.
I didn't bother with them. You can't aim on one of them.
And you should see. There's a guy, and his hands look like squares. I thought that might be your last one, George. Did you actually pay 15 quid, George? Is that the first time you actually paid over like £5 for a game?
Yeah, but I didn't pay for it. It was a gift. But terrible, terrible game compared to the original. I'm basing it on the original, and the original is so much better than this.
And then I got my last game as well, George, which, you know, solid game. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Classic. Let me see if I can sneak in behind the camera and...
But yeah, guys, that's some games that we thought we'd discuss. Kind of fun.
No, I can't.
We'll call this section What We Bought Last Tuesday.
So, I have a little bit more news. And then...
That's what we can start doing if we don't have anything to talk about. We'll just come up with something on the spot.
We'll just show some Pokemon cards. Like, oh, look at all these.
Next week, we might just randomly start doing Fortnite dances on video.
I didn't mention it. I also have Mario Kart and something else. I don't know.
You must have sports. George, do you have Wii Sports?
Oh, hell yeah. Wii Sports is a great game.
Wii Sports, you know what's funny? Me and my brother actually got back into the classic games because he made me because he wanted to collect the cards, so I decided to collect them as well on PS3. And I went to a lot of charity shops because that's where you normally find these PS3 games. And I found Call of Duty Ghost for £1, Black Ops for £1, Modern Warfare 2 for like 150 and World at War for £1. So 450 or
World of
5
War
yeah.
is
My brother was
hands
looking
down.
for an Xbox, and all he found was a Xbox. You know, the sports version.
Yeah.
Xbox Connect Sports. That's all he found for an Xbox. All he found for the Xbox was Connect
Is my
Sports.
favourite Call of Duty.
I just went back and bought that, George.
It's
Apparently
so
the online. Hey Abby, we just been
the
discussing
online used to be really good back in the day.
It's still pretty good, but I've not played it. My brother said it's good for sniping.
Yeah, the snipers were really good. Like you could body shot them and still get one hits. So
You know what? One of my series I wanted to do, George. I don't know whether you're totally up for this or not. I'm Prestige Master on the original CODs.
I don't know if you can on the originals. The
Oh,
originals.
You can. Well, not Master, but you can get to like 15th Prestige on like Black Ops and World at War and all those.
Oh yeah, I'm Black Ops and World of War.
I did a lot of time playing those original games.
Not only that, but the issue with them is that you can't really get into too many games. A lot of the games are all like.
The issue I've had is it's really hard because we're so used to having these fast-paced games, and when you shoot someone, it's like you have to pre-aim, like you have to pre-shoot 5 seconds before. It's really weird because the controller doesn't match with the game. It's really off sync.
I mean, with World of War, there are no lobbies running. When I last went on, and that was like maybe half a year ago. So it's tricky to get into a game on World of War.
I know what this is, and I'm so excited to open it. Let's go! Right.
Let's go! What the hell was that? Is that Abby?
What is that, Abby? What do you mean you love these? These sweet packs?
I can see some blue ones, some peaches, apples, and cherries. Which
Abby sending me some random
Some
TikTok.
cherries?
Yeah.
Yes, the 450 grams, £5.75.
Way to interrupt our podcast, Abby. God.
I get copyrighted by the person.
So I'm going to run my On This Day section of the podcast real quick.
I'll just read out as a business opportunity for you.
What?
We can do classic trash game mystery boxes.
I just have get rid of all of these.
Instead of like, what, £15 a box, 20 quid a box.
Yeah,
To be honest,
one game, peel the sticker off, you'd be fine.
it's actually really rare. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But they're in condition though.
Okay,
I've
on this
actually
day.
become a TikTok guy who just does mystery boxes on classic stuff. So like 1 week he'll do a mystery box on like Power Ranger, put all the classic Power Rangers, the nostalgia, and then he'll do one on like I think he did a Rugrats one where he had all the Rugrats videos and everything. Oh my god, it's all nostalgic. Why do you have to bring that in every podcast, George? Why does that have to be a thing?
What?
Abby said, "Shut up, George."
No, fight me. 1v1 me.
Shut up, Abby. You haven't even liked the stream.
You can't even see this, the light's too bad. Anyway, on this day,
Abby doesn't even like the streams anymore.
34 years ago, which is a long time ago, that was 87, I think. Legend of Zelda 2 came out on the Famicom system.
I never knew Legend of Zelda was that old, to be honest.
Legend of Zelda is 50 years old, or 25. And then
We're not kid, George.
it was 25 a couple of years ago.
Do you want George to turn it? Do you want our kids to turn out like George?
Gang. And that game was called Link no Boken, and that was released only in Japan. And then a couple of years later, it came out as The Adventures of Link.
Oh, is that Legend of Zelda game? I can't even speak. Is that Legend of Zelda game?
Yeah.
Oh, bunk.
Link no Boken. So it's The Adventures of Link in English.
Why do so many Japanese things transition into our culture?
I mean, they have a huge... Hey, Dubsy. They have a huge technological... Like,
Dubsy,
prowess.
did you just miss the whole PS2 show and tell section?
Dubsy, you'll have to go back and watch it on Channel 4+1.
You missed such a good period in the video. It's like 30 minutes of me and George just showing random ass games in the last like 30 years.
18 years ago, The Sims released on PlayStation. How do you know how long ago 18 years was? 2003. that does not feel like 18 years to me. Time flows weirdly when you get to our age.
What did you say? 2003, George.
Yeah, 18 years ago that was. 18 years.
To me, I don't feel like I'm 23.
No, me neither.
I feel like a kid. It's so weird when you pass 18. Like time just goes so quick. Is
Should
it
I
just
tell
me
you?
that could release more games for old consoles like PS2?
They would, but all the technology's dead.
Should remaster them.
Yeah, they
And the
remaster
reason
them instead.
PS2 style games on the PS4 is because online's kind of killed it. Because everyone just plays online games. And
Apart
Battle
from
Royale.
like really famous games like Sonic and Spyro and those kind of things are the only ones that get remastered.
Online games that just don't really happen very often anymore.
Okay, so-
I mean, I get Incredibles 2, and like sometimes you'll get those games, but not very often. Hey, Mr. Place Up.
So do you know what
If
came
you-
out 7 years ago?
About 20 minutes because you've missed some good stuff there.
7 years ago, which was 2014, Assassin's Creed Liberation. Did you ever play it?
That's one I haven't played. Isn't that like the story bit? That's like the story bit of number 1, isn't it? That like it's an add-on, I think.
Mm-hmm. It,
Oh, in
was,
fact,
it
no.
wasn't great.
Wasn't that the PSP version of Assassin's Creed?
I don't know. All I know is it wasn't a great game.
Have you
remember.
played it?
I didn't play Liberation. I played 2014 would be
That one.
PS3, right?
I've got all the Assassin's Creed and I really need to play them, but I don't think it's ever going to happen there. But I did buy them all like last year, I think, around this time.
Yeah.
I spent like £50 they're on sale. Need to get round to them.
Did you write any recommendations down, or am I going to have to carry the whole stream here?
No, George. Well, I had all these things planned, but they're all in my browser, and I can't click off because then your face disappears. You know,
Okay. So my TV recommendation for you all on this section of Netflix and Spill, I can't think of anything better at the minute.
I recommend Cobra Kai, everyone.
Cobra Kai, I've still got to watch it. It looks really good though.
Let's keep recommending the same thing
My
every
one
week.
is American Gods, even though it started like it's way,
I do have
way
a
late.
recommendation. I think everyone watching now, if you're under the age of like 20 and you've not watched Rocky, I think just go back and watch all the Rocky films because that is the best, probably one of the best franchises of all time, in my opinion. It's one of
Not in
my
my
favorite.
opinion, but in your opinion it is, yeah.
Favorite films. It's just everything about it, George. You know the backstory to that as well. Also, Sylvester Stallone was on the streets, didn't have like a penny to his name. Wrote a script after watching the Muhammad Ali fight. He had to sell his dog. He was that poor.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to a studio and says, "I'll sell you this film, but I want to act in it." And they said 200 grand, but we want to hire another actor, a more famous actor. And he turned it down. And he went to another studio, offered him a lot less money, and he went with it. And then the film ended up becoming like a critical success. I think it like got a BAFTA or something, or Emmy Award.
It wouldn't be a BAFTA because BAFTA's a film.
Well, it got a lot of
TV.
awards, basically. And it made a crap ton of money. And
It's
that's
gonna
what
be
made
film
like
and-
50 of them.
BAFTA's TV and film.
The story is about like, you know, the underdog
Mm-hmm.
going from nothing to like winning, and it's
Rocky
like a normal.
is a boxing film. It's good.
And also,
it is good, TJ. I won't deny it's great.
the same director also made The Karate Kid, by the way, which is another one of my favourite series. So if you guys want to check that out, what is your favourite Rocky then, George?
I think I've only ever seen the second one.
Number 4, that a really good one. You're missing out, George, because 3 and 4 are really, really good. They're all really good, but 3 and 4 are amazing.
Well,
They're
since
so
it's-
good. I
we-
have them like 14 times on DVD. I got the Blu-ray box set, I got the normal box set, and I got them all in singles.
Uh-huh.
And I also have number 4 again. So, but then I have the Karate Kid 3 times as well.
So for my one,
I don't watch Rocky.
for my film one, I put Spider-Man Spider-Verse only because that originally came out on Netflix.
Riley, Spider-Verse is amazing. I wasn't gonna watch it because I was thinking, it's a kids, you know, it's cartoon. But I watched it. I actually really, really enjoyed it.
The animation style is really good. It's
At the end of the age of
incredible.
20, I know what Rocky is. Yeah, but I don't know what Rocky is.
Dubsy, you want to watch it? It's good, but it's
It's a classic film.
It's filmmaking's come a long way since then.
I'm
But
only
it is a
13,
great
but
film.
I play those games and watch all the Rockies. Now, TJ, tell me your opinion. See, this is like a man after, what did I say? A man after my own heart. Something. What did I say, George?
That is the same.
A man in my own image.
That's
TJ,
not
just
the
like
saying.
me. What's the saying, George?
Man after my own heart is what you said. Could you do the South Park game? The issue with that is
The South Park game, Fractured But Whole. I do have it, but I don't think that's YouTube friendly, especially for my own.
YouTube are really like picky about
Maybe we'll
content
do it on
like that.
because
Twitch
we
or
don't give a
Facebook.
crap about Twitch now.
So I have a musical recommendation for you all. Pac-Man by
Listen,
Gorillaz. I basically always recommend a Gorillaz song because I love Gorillaz. And Go Back, I Want to Be Monkey.
Just get my
Pac-Man
Spotify.
Gorillaz.
I can recommend the song from there.
Hell yeah. So it's good. It's got a nice catchy beat to it.
That's like we haven't planned anything for this podcast, George.
I mean, we have though. Is the real thing. I've got questions.
Oh, you have. I'm gonna recommend "Mood" by 24 Karat Golden and Ian Jaw. So
I
George,
don't know
wants
who
to
any of
write
these are.
a recommendation for you.
So with Pac-Man, I think it's Schoolboy Q does a rap at the end of it. It's a really catchy, like, earwormy song. I think chat will like it a lot. And my recommendation for a game, I've gone with a classic one that I've got here, and it is Spyro Year of the Dragon. Such a good game. Don't do this to me. I knew it.
So, any other recommendations?
The issue with that play stop is most of Shed's audience are kids.
I do have the game now, and I have had it for a while, and I was meaning to play it. I did consider playing it on the YouTube, but then I realised there's kind of a few edgy, dark humour jokes.
Yeah. And
There's a lot
especially
of,
with your audience being mostly young adults and kids, that is not the content that needs to be on your channel yet.
I've got so many other games I'm interested in playing. South Park Fractured But Whole would probably be at the bottom of the list. That'd probably be something I'll play, like with a friend or to have a laugh on my own, because it's not really suitable for YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean,
neither of the South Park games are.
can do it, but I'm not gonna. Maybe the PS1 version. I don't. In fact, I don't know. I still feel like that's a bit edgy.
It's a problem with games that have the
That is
look
South
of a
Park.
kids game.
I mean,
It's got the look as if it's made for kids, but with the humour that is very clearly adult, and it crosses. It's a bit spooky with the boundaries like that. Yeah, it's funny, but there are plenty of other people that have done it on YouTube before. It's
not much for that, mate.
yeah. I mean,
The thing is, I don't know what I'd say in reaction to the game either.
mm,
COD. The CODs are going to come, Dubsy. Maybe from 1 all the way up to the newest COD. So
when we get to World at War is when I'll probably join in, and it'll be World at War.
but at the moment, obviously, me and George, we're focusing on Fortnite right now because it seems to be doing quite well for it. You know,
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the issues with South Park. It is a. I wouldn't
It's
say
a-
it's racist. It's pushing the boundaries.
there is some. I think there is some racist elements in there that are being controversial, which is one of the reasons I've not played it because I don't really agree with it.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with YouTube being this place for mostly kids. And I mean, I say this in like the loosest term, but YouTube are really strict on.
I think there was something to do with like when you picked a certain character, if there was certain skin color, they would say certain things, and I know what it was. There was a really controversial thing in South Park Fractured But Whole, where if you played as a black character or a female character, you would get considerably lower pay. You get less coins in the game.
Which is like a social commentary. Like that is a thing that happens in real life, but for creating a channel or creating a
quite easy to do now, to be honest. Never ever from settle.
Could you do a reacting video? Well, I mean, even then it wasn't in the times. Like that is something that racists use to.
What are you doing in the Fortnite stream tomorrow? It's going to be the same sort of like, what would you call it, George? Same sort of routine. because it seems to be working. I'm having fun doing it. There's a lot of griefers, and it is annoying, but
It's stressful, bold, but
this is the least stressful kind of video that we do on the channel.
yeah. TJ, I mean, you say that it was okay in the times and that, but that excuse never works. I mean, that's something that people who don't want to admit that they've been racist in the past is how they say it. That is how they would skirt the responsibility of their actions.
Why are you saying scourge?
The problem, like, that is a phrase. I'm not making it up. Don't worry.
Well, it's like Andrew keeps saying. He keeps saying stuff like that. You know, like he's from Manchester now. He's hanging around with all these people, like random people. He keeps saying weird stuff. I think he keeps like, that's fit, mate, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's localized sayings that me living not in Birmingham anymore and you being Brummie based, we've got very different localized colloquialisms.
They just said hello. By the way, guys, with the shout out video, I might have to push that back a week. I do apologise, but I need to actually film it and pick them up. Well, I need to get someone to edit it. And I haven't spoke to Carl in a while because he said his granddad passed away recently, I think. And I also need to film it and pick the winners and stuff because I mean there's so many Fortnite streams. That takes a long push in one day. So
yeah, I mean the amount of times you're playing it now compared to how when we used to stream, like we'd specifically pick days to do longer streams and stuff. But it's Java every day, don't you?
I've made the effort. Both of you, Minecraft, Java, or Bedrock? For me, Bedrock, but Java has more stuff.
Oh yeah, TJ, that's exactly what I mean. Like
it was okay back in the day. They couldn't even fight back, so it was kind of forced to happen in time because nobody could do anything about it. Yeah, it's never okay to be honest. Another good recommendation, as we're on the subject, is Umbrella Academy. That is a brilliant series. I love that.
Yeah, I do as well. I really like the guy. I like Klaus.
Yeah, but he's good enough, isn't he? He was in Misfits. But they deal with the issue of racism because the female character is actually born in 2000 or whatever.
Days, yeah.
Born in modern day. Well, she ends up going back and then she ends up part of the black protests in the 50s and stuff.
With Malcolm X and
quite realistic the way they do it as well.
Yeah, I mean it was a real subtle way of doing it as well. It wasn't forced.
Could you go to Texas and prank Rocky and just look through his window and he just sees you with an one place up?
The issue that we've got is we're both white, so we're us saying stuff about racism. We don't know how it feels. We don't know how it affects people. Really, we just know it's stupid and you should never do it. And I mean, the fact that it has to be said still, especially with the fucking. I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna say a couple of swear words. Just bear with me a second. The little orange prick who was previously president. The fact that he stirred up such a racial controversy in a predominantly mixed race country.
We did say no politics, George.
I know, but man, that Cheeto was annoying.
Yeah. Well, he's ruined everything, hasn't he? Because he's completely ruined the system because he's got all these supporters. I think he's like a god, and they're going and protesting against basically how it's been done for years, American society.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even that. It's just that, like the fact that the police are kind of on his side as well makes it scary. Like the fact that they're armed militia able to basically walk.
Only got 10 days left.
It went for already.
Yeah, but has it counted?
It went for yesterday. It went for yesterday or today.
Yeah. And
impeached twice. The impeaching does nothing unless they choose to. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like you can put it in a bit of time here to go through court and stuff. It's pointless putting that through now. When
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
really
it's the
got-
same with Twitter and all these people standing up for him now because they know his term's over.
Or
And
just looking cute.
I'm looking
What about
wide. I'm wide.
me, Rocky? Oh, I'm not looking cute. You know, I'm sick of this, George.
Oh no, he's making me wide.
Rocky, you just missed like all the good stuff in the stream. We just went through all the classic PS2 games, bro. So you might want to go back. I love that I got the power to do that.
Wide
Hey,
boy.
Rocky, Benji didn't get back to us in time, so we couldn't have Benji on. Kind of sad, really. George prepared so many questions. Might have him on next week, we'll see. But, you know, if he can't make it next week, then I don't know.
You know, we'll just have to work with what we're doing. It's not like
Welcome back, Abby.
it's not like we're pushing a huge audience, is it? To be honest.
Yeah, but it is nice because, if anything, this is also good for me to look back on. Like, I'm kind of doing this myself as well because in like 5 years, me and you can have these and laugh our head off. Like that video my brother sent in earlier. That is quite funny, actually.
Well, yeah, because I mean that we've learned to sort of just move on from whatever Andrew says.
He made his friend buy an Xbox off him for like 200 quid that didn't work and didn't give him the money back. Jesus Christ. So, man's an ass. Anyway, Skyrim.
That is quite good, George. I don't know why that happened.
It happened because I was so dead set on talking about Skyrim.
Donation pound or something.
I just love Skyrim.
What was that?
Oh, you just got a fan? What?
Oh
Subscription?
no.
Oh,
No.
Oh, gold.
Subscriptions are coming through. No. Streamlabs, why are you doing this now? In the
Wait, is
middle
this
of a
all of your
podcast?
subscriptions?
Oh, God. I mean, George.
Oh,
It looks
my
like the podcast
God.
is doing incredibly well.
Streamlabs has finally decided to roll the
Yeah,
subscription.
that's in rolling for all the subscriptions now. George might have to start these a bit earlier in future because it seems nearly near to 10 o'clock. They seem to do this apparently. Oh my God!
Is that just from today? Is that just your today's subs?
Yep.
Cool. I can't get mine to work. I think they have to.
Well, we hit 2,100, George. Did I tell you?
No, but I saw it on your thing.
Gonna keep popping up now. It's Streamlabs is bringing through all the notifications from all day, which kind of sucks. I don't know why it doesn't happen in the moment like it's freaking supposed to.
I think YouTube has a real issue with sending out notifications. I mean, you have to have your subscription be public for it to even show, which is why the last subscription I've got is Panda 2 days ago, which isn't right. Like, considering I've had so many in that.
Just turn it off and it's still happening.
It's weird. YouTube have never been good on alerts and notifications and stuff. Especially in the past with the alert boxes and the sub boxes just not working.
Mm. Have we got any more news, George?
No, I'm out. I'm out of everything. What about you?
I'm just thinking if there's anything else we can do.
Any Q&As?
Well,
Anyone in
even
chat?
DVD wise, guys, I've just bought Arrow 1 to 7. And I also
Have they done
bought
7 seasons?
the Pacific. No, they made 8, George. I have to go and buy the one. I also bought that one as well. I also bought Krypton and Pennyworth. But I'm not getting around to watching any of these. I don't know why I keep buying stuff. I bought the Pacific. Started watching that. It's supposed to be good, but I did fall asleep. But it was quite late. And I also bought Band of Brothers. Any good, George? You got anything to add to that?
No, I've got no time for any of those.
How long have we been streaming for now? Should we get some questions?
Hour
Let's
and
get some
40. We've got 10 minutes to kill.
If there's anyone still watching, you want to ask me and George any questions? An hour and 40 minutes. Jesus.
Yep.
You want to ask me and George any questions, then go ahead. While we're here for the next 10 minutes.
Yep, we're doing a 10 minute just chilling out session.
And what is Abby sending me on Snapchat now? Oh, it's a dog. That's Abby's dog, guys. I don't know what he's doing. So
Oh, we don't want to know what he's doing, man. This is not PG.
I can't believe I just shared that.
Have you done any art recently? This is me fishing for conversation.
Yeah. The other day I started drawing. It's getting really excited, George. I think I got my sketchbook here.
Okay, I've got mine here as well.
180 speeds. Well, I'm trying to get back into sketching. You know, sketching some interesting stuff. I've started sketching it. Not finished, but it is a pine cone.
Nice.
Just practicing, you know. Not quite there yet. This is just your opportunity to show that old artwork, isn't it? That you found in the attic or whatever.
Oh no, this is stuff I did on stream.
Oh, the time you said you couldn't stream because you had a headache.
Oh yeah, I did have a headache. I couldn't sit and listen to kids arguing about women. You starting yet? You starting yet? Start. Code.
No one's asked you that today.
Service.
Because I thought you just showing a cute video of your dog. Well, that's in the podcast.
That's staying there forever now.
You know what though? I do actually like to rewatch these episodes. I'm kind of sad about that.
Yeah, same. I do as well.
But the last one with Rocky last week, and the first one, I watched probably almost the whole thing back, just listening to me and you talk. It's kind of weird. It's like us being in a chat and having a conversation.
Let me see if I've got any questions on Twitter or anything.
It actually sounds more interesting when I listen to it back because
It does when the
I
more
actually
you're
feel
thinking
like I
about it.
listen to you more as well, George, when I rewatch it.
Wow, it's almost like he doesn't listen to me in the first place.
Well,
Who knew?
no, because when I'm on here, I'm always trying to think of something to say or something to do.
Yeah.
That's why the whole PS2 show and tell thing come along. I don't know how that happened. But we could potentially do a show and tell every stream, but we need to be careful, obviously, what we show and tell. But
I have nothing else to show. I've been through my entire collection of everything. All
next
I've got
stream,
now
George,
is a collection of broken consoles,
Yeah,
which is
don't like pull your pants down or anything.
my
Show and tell.
collection of broken consoles, of my exploded PS4 and my broken
Do
PS2.
a Pokemon card show and tell. Like
I haven't got
Doctor Who.
many. You'd have to do most of it. What's the best thing I've drawn? Let me see. I've got so many sketchbooks.
You know what I want to do? I want to do videos of my old sketchbooks from like A levels and videos of work from uni and stuff. But it's just a lot of effort. But I will end up doing it, I think.
I mean, the thing is, you've got a camera that you can easily do like overhead shots with as well.
Well, I've got I've got all the equipment now. I can pretty much do any YouTube video I want. But just getting
The
time
best thing
and
that
just-
I've drawn, I don't really spend a lot of time drawing. I do like quick sketches.
I've got a question for George. How
Hmm?
how do I grow a good mustache?
Oh,
Hey,
I
I've
don't
had a
know,
good
man.
mustache.
You think
I
I don't
shave it
know?
all off.
I don't know.
I'll tell
how
you
to
what
grow
you
a
do, bro. You
moustache.
get rid of it.
You keep shaving it until it grows stronger.
Which is what George has to do because for the last 5 years, George had no face there. Just
Which is
suddenly
why I'm
popped up.
excited to have this disgusting slug.
It doesn't look good.
No, I know it doesn't.
You look like what's his name? What's that actor's name? Is in Derek George.
I don't know who you mean, but like when you said you look like that actor, in my head I was like, oh yeah, I look Superman getting his mustache digitally removed.
Superman. Yeah, kind of. I'll show you what you look like if I
I've
can
got
get
some sketchbooks somewhere. I went through them the other day on stream. But I've since tidied and they could be.
If you grow it out a bit more, George, you could look like this guy.
Hello, Elon Musk.
Bill Wilkinson.
I do not look like Carl. I know you said Pilkington.
Bill
It's
Wilkinson. Oh, maybe this guy then. Also from Derek. You just got to grow it a little bit more and like get the hair down.
You son of a gun. Why I oughta?
Let me see if I actually look like Elon Musk, George.
You do a little bit.
I get it so often, everywhere I go. It's kind of good though, because like, you know, it's a good quality to have to look like the richest man in the world, eh? You know what I mean?
I suppose. I can't find my favourite sketch. Oh no, I can.
Guys, that's a picture I took last time I was photographed by the press.
Every time I'm photographed by the press, I just stick a picture of Elon next to me.
You see?
It does look like old Elon, like fat Elon.
If I face this side, what do you mean, fat Elon? Elon put on more weight recently, not before. He still looks the same.
Twins.
I'll get a picture of Elon Musk in 2021. Just for, you know.
I think
I
the
think
problem that
I
I've got is I don't like to draw. I prefer to go in with paint.
Because I thought we was on the same subject, yeah.
Huh?
We need to do a stream where we actually talk about like scientific developments and actually be smart rather than talking about gaming and random crap.
Scientific developments. All right, they
I
3D
want
printed
to
a burger.
going to Mars and stuff, George, on these podcasts.
Okay. That looks like you. I can't believe you got.
He looks really old in that one.
Abby, the thing is, I don't like to draw. Like, I prefer to make things in 3D or paint.
Twins.
But all my paintings are over there. But they're stencils rather than.
Oh my god, it's Elon Musk, the richest man in the
Freehands.
world. If you still haven't liked the stream, Abby.
Now is the time. You have 4 minutes left of the stream, everybody.
But we're going to stream for another hour, bro. What are you talking about?
You
Scientific
nerdy,
stuff.
nobody cares. Have you seen us?
Some people don't
I've
care.
got glasses, and he wants to talk about Mars, and he's going to live on Mars and build a tunnel under the road. That's Elon.
It depends how much Abby annoys me. So I'm moving to Mars. No. But I'm thinking, like, if 6 people consistently watch this stream today, then I think we could pretty much talk about anything. We could review toilet products, and we'd still get the views. You know
I'm
what
a
saying?
big fan
I'm
of
passing that out.
glue and toilet duck.
Next week, guys, we're going to get the toilet rolls out and review different brands.
Dubsy, do you have any questions for us?
Shall we do a taste test, George? How about
I'll have the Dettol. You can have
not bleach, George, you idiot. I'm talking about. How about we get like supermarket beans and like cheap beans? And
I
test
don't
them.
like beans.
Market digestives and expensive digestives and test them. I watched one podcast where they was testing weird things that people put on digestives. Some people put margarine on them
Yeah, people
and
like
olives.
that.
And, yeah. So we
I
could
mean,
actually
olives
test
and that
them.
makes sense because you use them as like
Way round. Oh, he likes from the beginning. Yeah. George is funny. What about me? Why
Yeah,
is
you're useless.
every time I do this on my channel, everyone compliments George? No one says anything about me.
because I'm cute. You can make a stream when it's a lesson. I mean, yeah, well, when we get to teacher mode, you don't want to know. We could do easily like an art lesson. Like, that is something we could easily do. I've got the setup for it.
You
We
can't
could do
draw that.
a colour along. Why do you make me so small?
So everyone keeps complimenting.
Hello? Help me!
If you have young viewers, you should honestly make a stream and it's a lesson. Maybe.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. We could do art lessons, but we.
I mean, we've already done art on the channel.
Yeah, but not
it does
live. We've
reason-
not done live art. Live art is a lot of fun.
I have done live art, George.
No, but not like painting.
What do you mean?
What? Stream's ending. Bye. Like, imagine
No, guys,
like
I'll just.
like a painting stream where we just set up an easel in the background and just go at it.
Paint, George. An impression of each other. Oh, I can do an impression of George. Give me a second. Give me a second.
My headphones just died, so you're probably going to hear yourself out of the...
What was you saying, George?
I said my headphones just died,
Oh,
so you're going to hear an echo.
Oh, where is it? I've got the perfect thing to do an impression of George, but I've lost it.
Man's got a moustache, but you can't find him.
Oh, George. How did you know, man? Oh, feel bad. Yeah, we can't find it, boys. That's a rip. That's a ripperoonie-roo. That's a ripperoonie.
Anyway, time's up, I think.
Is it, George? I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's 2 hours exactly.
2 hours.
Yep.
Hello?
Man's trying to figure out how texts work or speech things work. The thing, you can have them work on Stream Deck, by the way. You can input.
Mine never works. Well, after your face, George.
You made me long.
Why you change? You move the camera angle.
I haven't.
You have.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
I haven't. That's you.
I haven't done anything.
All I did was go like this, and then suddenly my headphones died, so I was like, I can't do an impression anymore.
No, it's probably because you took the headphones off, but now you look like a single parent.
I look like a single mum.
Anyway, guys, this has been a thing.
This has been a hectic situation.
I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'll probably watch it back in a couple of years, you know. So if you're watching this, Future Shed, how you doing? You're awesome. Big myself up. But yeah, I can't do the impression of me because I've lost the moustache. You know, not my moustache that I shaved, I had a fake one. But yeah, we'll be back next week, hopefully. We might have a guest if they decide to come on. We need to find new guests. I've got a couple of people in mind. Marlon wants us to interview him, but I don't know. If we get very desperate, then we might have to resort to that. What we need is interesting people, though. Like, I kind of know everything I need to know about Marlon. You know, I don't want to dig deeper into Marlon's life. I want to know. Yeah, the reason we interview people like Rocky is because he's got an audience and they don't get a big backstory from his videos. And a lot of the time where he talks about things like 15-hour live streams, so putting it all in that accessible media is really good. So we need to find people like that. But I've messaged Kemet as well because he said last week he was interested. He's got 200,000 subscribers. A YouTuber commented on my video earlier. He had 270k. Don't surprise me. I would just love this channel to actually take off and these podcasts to start getting like 10,000 views and get on Spotify. Can you imagine, George, the amount of crap that we talk about? Someone watching the Shedcast on their iPhone on the way to work, man. Us talking about random crap. Anyway, guys, have an awesome day or night wherever you're from. Me and George probably be back tomorrow with more Fortnite stuff. Same, you know, as we've been doing for the last week or so. So have a great day. Make sure to share the Shedcast with your friends if you think they would enjoy some trashy podcast, you know, at random stuff. Hopefully, as I said, hopefully we'll have a guest